In this video, we're going to calculate the volume of a circular prism, a rectangular prism, and a triangular prism. Okay, let's start with the cylinder, the can of Milo, the circular prism. Okay, so what we've got, I'll just hand draw it. We need two measurements here. One measurement we need is the radius, and so that's the length from the centre of the circle to the edge of the circle, and I calculated that as I measured it, and it was 3.5 centimetres. Okay, the second measurement that you need to make to calculate the volume of a cylinder, a circular prism, is the height, and so that on this one it was 11 centimetres. Okay, now let's find out the formula for the volume of a cylinder. So it's the area of the base, so I'll colour that in yellow. So we need to find the area of the base. So it's going to be pi r squared. And then we need to multiply it by the height of that can, which is 11 centimetres. So that's the height. Okay, and so that will be, the radius is 3.5, so it's pi times 3.5 squared times by 11. So we'll use our calculator. And so we've got pi times by 3.5 squared times 11, and that gives us an answer of 423.3296. which is, two decimal places, is 423.33. Okay, that's the volume of the cylinder. And we've got, I've written square centimetres, cubic centimetres. There we go. Okay. That's the first volume. The second volume is our milk carton. Now, we may have gotten a little bit of an error in our measurements, but let's see how many cubic centimetres we will get according to our measurements. So, the dimensions were 9 centimetres by 5.8 centimetres by 19.4 centimetres. Okay, and what we want to do, similarly to the circular prism, we want to find the area of that base and then times it by the height. So the area of the base will be 9 times 5.8. And then we're going to times that by the height, which is 19.4. And then we use our calculator. And we got a volume of 1,012.68 centimetres cubed. Okay, and we know that actually in 1 litre there's 1,000 millilitres or 1,000 cubic centimetres, And so my measurement for volume is slightly more than that. So it could be that I've measured from the outside of the cardboard, not the inside of the package. It could be that that when I measured it, I actually measured it a little bit incorrectly. Maybe it wasn't 9 centimetres, maybe it was 8.9 or something like that. Or maybe when they filled the milk, it's not quite filled up to the top to completely fill that rectangular prism. And so a true 1 litre should be exactly 1,000 cubic centimetres. But according to my measurements, I've got 1,012.68 cubic centimetres. Okay, and then thirdly, we have a triangular prism. Okay, so again, to work out the volume, to calculate the volume of this triangular prism, we need to calculate the area of the base there, the yellow part, multiplied by the height. So let's just put some numbers in here. Let's do a height of, just making up some numbers here, hypothetical numbers. Let's say 6 centimetres. Okay, let's say that that along there, that one, let's call that 3.6 centimetres. And let's call this, say, let's go 2.7 centimetres. So these are not actual calculations, actual measurements, but let's see what our volume will be. So to work out that orange area there, so it's actually half base times height multiplied by, this is where it gets a little bit difficult with mathematics, we need the height. And so the height for that one will be 6. The base will be 3.6. And that height there is the height of the triangle. So that's actually the half base times height. That's for the area of the triangle. So let's use our calculator to calculate that. So V for volume equals a half times by 3.6 times by 2.7 times by 6. So a half times by 3.6 times by 2.7 times by 6 equals 29.16 centimetres cubed. Okay, so just to review, in this video we have calculated the volume of a circular prism using the area of the circle times by the height, 11, a rectangular prism using the area there, the 9 times 5.8, times by the height, 19.4, and also for a triangular prism, the area of the triangle at the end there, times by the height of 6. Okay, thanks for watching the video.